Good afternoon, and welcome. I'm assuming most of you here are film fans. I know I am. Have you ever been watching an action or adventure or mystery film where the hero approaches a bookshelf or a wall? Perhaps a book is slightly out of place, or one stone stands out amongst the rest in a stone wall. Next, the hero gently pulls the book or presses on the stone, and the entire wall disappears. Have you ever asked yourself, who builds this stuff? Well, the answer, ladies and gentlemen, in short, we do. Hello, my name is Lee Netherton, and today I'm representing Rose and Key Home Security with my compatriots, Jack Prince, Paige Campbell, and Morgan Gilly. It all started with our grandparents. In 18th century London, England, Jackson Rose, master craftsman, was becoming very popular in some circles for what he was able to do with furniture. He could take an ordinary writing desk and build in trapdoors and compartments using very intricate locks. In these compartments, you could hide jewels, treasures, or even weapons. Now, about this time, many wealthy people from London were moving to the New World, seeking new power and prominence. In New England, these wealthy people wanted more artwork like they had gotten in London. However, since Rose was basically on the other side of the world, that was very difficult for them. So they sought out master craftsmen in that area. One day, a wealthy landowner approached master craftsman and Freemason Thomas Key. He had a writing desk built by Rose only 2 years before. He told Key, "I have hidden 3 gems inside this writing desk. If you can find them, I have a job for you." So Key spent hours examining this desk. After 2 days, he finally found the gems, and he brought them back to the person who owned the desk, and he said, "I found them." And he said, "You will never be out of work." Key then wrote a letter to Rose after finding out the identity of the person who built the desk. And in this letter, he said, "I have found your riddle, and I have solved it." Rose and Key, through many years of communication through letters, it took a very long time back then to communicate with someone, they became friends. And later on, Rose decided to move to New England himself so he could join in business with Thomas Key. Thomas Key and Rose taught their children and their grandchildren in their craft, serving their friends, family, and local dignitaries. Our family has followed this craft for many years. And in the 1970s, our parents were approached by Hollywood to reproduce some of the work of our grandparents. For some examples of some of our more famous work, take a look. Some of you may remember these films after watching them, and you may be wondering where our names were in the credits. Well, that's actually very interesting. In the interest of keeping our business secret for the time being, we work mainly on referrals. We're not really mentioned in the credits of any of these movies. And when we are, we're mainly mentioned as assistants, prop assistants. And we're usually listed under Rose and Key Designs. Now, that brings us to today. My friends and I, we're here today to bring our business back to the way it was started with Rose and Key, serving the public in their homes, building furniture and doing different things, modifications to their home. With the exception of our financial records, we're in the business of hiding things. We've been doing this for a very long time, and we do it very well. To explain a little bit more about our products, here's the great-grandson of Jackson Rose himself, Jack Prince.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, before I demonstrate 3 of our products, I just thought it'd be nice to show you a little personalized little information about my personal one back home. Now, to all of you, this demonstrates as just a little ornament that you can place on the mantelpiece. Well, that's exactly what it's meant to look like. Back at my house, my secret compartment is in my fireplace. Now, this key is a key. All I do is use our logo, put it onto the little symbol on my fireplace, turn it 90 degrees clockwise, and my little compartment just comes straight back out. That is how we customize each product to you, the customer. Now, you may say, well, if someone sees your logo in my house, they can just use their key to get into my safe area. Well, that's not true, because of our 3 different products. Firstly, we have little boxes, or trinkets, puzzle boxes, you name it, we can design it for you. We can also take existing boxes and heirlooms that get passed down throughout your families. We can take those little heirlooms and we can create little compartments and safe little areas where you can store things. Secondly, we have furniture. We can take an existing piece of furniture, or again, we can customizably build a piece of furniture for you. This right here, if you have the key, right, and it has the logo right here, is how we design it for you, and this would pop up. Now, the key obviously is going to be a different size for that than my fireplace back home. Thirdly, we have rooms. Now, this is mainly for new families or people moving into new houses. We can take an existing area of a room, or we can make an actual room, or we can take parts of your basement. Now, you may ask, what would these rooms be used for? Well, these rooms could be used for shelters, third bedroom in that shelter because it's that luxurious. We can also use part of a bedroom to hide safe things like weapons if you have a family, or, as Lee said earlier, jewelry, other things that you might not want to be stolen when you go on a family vacation. Lastly, and my favorite part about the customizable rooms, is that we can take a little piece of that a room that's existing in your home and design it for children. Now, when you were all children, if you look back, and you had the opportunity to have a little child's room, a little area that was secret to all your friends. You could bring your friends over, have a play area that you and only you knew how to get into. You would have been the most popular kid in school. And that's what we like to do with our secret rooms. Now, you're talking about costs. For the puzzle boxes and little customizable trinkets, that is up to $2,000, and it all depends on the size and the customizable build that we have for you. Furniture, up to $5,000, depending on the size or whether we're using something of yours. Now, the room is a totally different expense, and it's up to $20,000, depending on the size of the room. Now, we at Rose & Key Home Securities like to think about quality as our main point, because let's think about it. Without quality, what is stopping you from going to somebody else and not coming back to us? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little piece from our competitors today, and they might be using wood just like we are, but it's easy to just break out, and I can get to your money or whatever's hidden inside. Whereas ours, we can design it to have something placed inside like this, into your furniture, into your little box, and it's used of graphite, other things, and inside we can make it customizable once again to you, the customer. Now, you're now thinking, how are we going to market this? How are we going to advertise this? Well, this is how we're going to do it.
The first thing that we know we need is an online presence. What's the first thing you do when you want more information about something that your friend tells you about, or you see? You Google it, or you use your search engine of choice. In this, we'll need to bring in web developers, social media experts, graphic designers, everyone in that realm to make sure that we are set apart from our competition in our online presence. The second portion that we need to do, we want to advertise in playbills on Broadway. We're going to use these Broadway productions because we feel that that will bring in a larger audience of those who would be able to afford all of our products. We're going to bring them in, we're going to advertise locally, areas such as Atlanta, Nashville, Chicago, but we're also going to expand New York City, cities out on the West Coast, and then also European cities as well. Paris, London, and in that nature. But of course, none of this will be able to happen without your investment today.
Thank you all so much for being here. We are very appreciative of your time. We know that there have already been 3 incredible presentations that were presented last Thursday, and that we're going to see another great presentation today. But we truly believe in our hearts that Rose and Key is the best investment opportunity for you. We are asking you to trust us like we have trusted our family for generations. We're asking you to believe in us the way that we believed in our parents and the way that our parents have believed in their parents for decades. We are asking you to join us as we expand publicly and create a new market.
Which brings us to the amount of the investment we're asking. From each of you, we're asking for $500,000, $500,000. This sounds like a large amount. When you think about the size and scope of this business, it does make sense. We have to open workshops.
We have a new corporate office that we need to open for us 4 to work in, as long as other employees that we need to hire. We need to buy a new van to go along with our existing van, so we can double our workforce and hire staff to go along with those vans.
And with that $500,000, you can expect a return of 25% in the first year. If you have any further questions about what your investment will be used for, we'll be happy to answer those a little bit later. Thank you.